What's heavier, the boulder or the metal ball? I've constructed as best I could a balancing scale within the game, which I tested with various weights to ensure accuracy, and to maintain consistency, tested at various angles to get a definitive result. I'll also compare battery versus big battery for flight considerations and shadow objects recreated from Autobuilt. Not gonna lie, it took a while to position the barrels to the point where the scale kept balance without anything on it. It was sensitive enough to shift when I stepped on it, or a rock, or even a ruby. When I first started this, I found attaching weights would flip my scale, so to allow me to mount the weights as accurately as possible, I created let's call it a docking station. So let's get started with the first test. Boulder versus metal ball. Let us know in the comments which you think is heavier. Well, it looks like it's the metal ball, but just to be sure, I'm trying it at different angles to confirm. Okay, Zonai batteries, the ones you place on flying machines to push you higher. Do they weigh different despite one having a higher capacity? Doesn't look like it. I don't know about you, but I was always curious on whether the shadow or recreated objects from Autobuilt had the same weight and density from the original objects it was created from. This one was a bit harder as Autobuilt items need at least 2 original items, and I had to position them in a way with the same orientation. We've got 2 sets of wheels in Tears of the Kingdom, the small wheel and the chunky one. Let us know in the comments which one you think is heavier of the 2. Same deal, I'll connect each one to the tip of my wing scale and give it a balance, in both orientations to ensure I don't get a misread. And there you have it, definitive proof that the chunky wheel is the heavier of the 2. This then had me curious. Earlier we found out that the steel ball was heavier than the rock boulder, but how much heavier? I thought I'd try 2 rock boulders versus 1 steel ball. Okay, so 2 boulders are heavier. Then things kinda got out of control trying to match the weight of the steel ball. A viewer by the name of Mikosi in one of my previous videos on ringing the Goron bell gave me the tip that the Otak shrine at the top left of the map held a massive block. So I fused the Zonai charge to it so I could recreate with Autobuilt. So let's pit this against our current reigning champion, the steel ball. Surely this isn't a fair fight. Check out the size of this thing. Well, given it's broken my machine, it's probably time to ask you to subscribe if you haven't already, and check out this video on how to get 240 on Strahd's machine.